let's keep it real. Doja Cat is not racist. No, I'm gonna live my life and want to make sure that my life is set before I bring something else into this world. You feel me? Period. Everything that's happening right now in the world needs to be addressed, because if things are not addressed, things don't change. All right, we learned that from the history books. Whether or not they're told from people of my color, things need to be addressed. Y'all feel me? Feel me? All right. HBCU or PWI, whether you want to go to college or not, like, you should definitely take the opportunity if you can. You don't have to go to college to be successful. That's number one thing. But if you want to go to college, definitely take in like how much you can learn and everything. It matters. You choose to be ignorant. Is teen pregnancy, should it be normalized? It's like you kind of signed up for this life. You can't just put a hit out on Chief Keef and not expect like some repercussions. This should not be unpopular, because it's definitely popular. We have an issue where these white folk on TikTok keep making fun of people of color on their videos. Listen, TikTok needs to start censoring bull like that, because that's not cool. Like, should you believe zodiac signs? To be honest, no. It is a unpopular opinion video. So for today's video, you're just gonna watch me take my hair that I washed yesterday, last night, and then today I'm just gonna do a little unpopular video where I talk about certain topics that may not be very important to y'all, but are very important to me. They need to be addressed, because listen, everything that's happening right now in the world needs to be addressed, because if things are not addressed, things don't change. All right, we learned that from the history books. Whether or not they're told from people of my color, things need to be addressed. Y'all feel me? Feel me? All right. And at the end of the video, because y'all know I love this hair, even though there's so much to it, it's really just, it bounces back every time that I do something to it. I'm going to blow dry it, curl it, and get it to where it is right now. What a bouncy little cuteness. All right, so yeah, without further ado, let's get right into the video. Or fine, let me not get conceited. Can do this. This is quality. Now that we have our hair is blow dried, we're just gonna spray it on so that it just stays on like the whole process, so it looks nice and good. Or PWI. For those who don't know, HBCUs are historically black colleges and universities, and PWIs are predominantly white institutions. Now, HBCUs, so everybody knows what Howard is. There's Cheney University, there's Hampton University, there's a lot, there's Clarkland, there's a lot even from the South, there's a little bit in the West, not so much, but they're all located basically like in the South, because that's usually where like the push for segregation, when segregation was a big thing in the South, you know, African Americans weren't allowed to go in the same school as white students, so they really pushed forward to have that same education, but have it so that they could have it in the first place, you know, like, because they weren't able to integrate. HBCUs are widely popular for a lot of people. A lot of people recommend them. Personally, I go to PWI, and the reason why I didn't choose an HBCU is only because I live in New Jersey, and that was going to be like a big thing for me. You know, as far as like, let me put some oil on my hair, just a little bit of tea tree oil, not gonna put too much. The difference between the two is like, it's really just your experience. Like, in my opinion, I feel like HBCUs are worth it. HBCUs, you can only get like that type of all black like kind of role at those schools, because you know, like some PWIs, like sometimes they won't really have like a lot of black classes or a lot of people of color, multicultural classes, and you won't really see a large representation of people of color, especially Black people at PWIs. But there are some, depending on where you go. For me, there is a big group of colored people and especially Black people at my school, but it's not as big as like compared to like other PWI schools. So it really depends on what your interest is. But if you really want that environment where you want to be surrounded by people who look like you and have same stories as you, then I would definitely go to HBCU. Definitely like take those tours, definitely email people. If you even see somebody who goes to a school that you want to go to on Instagram, you don't really know them, or Twitter or anything, like definitely ask them. Like people will honestly tell you like how their school is. Like some people will not lie. Like listen, like I used to go on tours and be like, listen, they be like, don't go here, I'm like, at least they're being honest. Like it really just depends like where you go, definitely where your major is and that. But PWI, you're kind of gonna get more like a real life experience, because a lot of times like if you do go into the field, you won't really expect a lot of people who look like you to be in that field that you're in. So just be mindful like where you go and your expectations and everything. But college itself is definitely worth it, even if you don't choose to go and everything. You don't have to go to college to be successful. That's number one thing. But if you want to go to college, definitely take in like how much you can learn and everything, what you be able to experience and everything. You're just going for yourself. Like you shouldn't go to college because your parents expect you to. Like at the end of the day, like you're gonna be the person that's gonna be paying off all that money and everything, depending on like how everything goes. So, like you definitely want to make the most out of your life experience as well, because the friends people meet in college are definitely friends in a lifetime. Like it definitely adds up. Education is really like the most important thing that everyone should honestly just stress, because education is everything. Like you should never choose to be ignorant in your life. Ignorance is definitely self-inflicted. You choose to be ignorant. So just getting your education, you know, being mindful, being intellectual, whether you want to go to college or not, like you should definitely take the opportunity if you can. Did Doja Cat respond correctly? Now this is very recent, and Doja Cat has been on chats where she would like kind of be amongst like people who are racist white people, and certain remarks were said, and she would also have like videos out where she expressed like how she didn't really favor her natural hair. So today is May 25th. She posted about her response to everything, and she basically said like she shouldn't have been in those chats, yes, but she also did express like she is not racist and everything. Like she loves her natural hair, and for those who don't know, she has 4C natural hair. Is very hard to manage. She could have addressed it sooner and addressed certain ways, like saying like, yeah, like I knew it was wrong, but she did say like she's very sincere about it and everything. Like Doja Cat is not racist, and I feel like she responded like in a way that was still good, still mindful and everything. Had she not responded, girl, that would have been a big thing, because you need to respond to stuff like that. Like you can't just let other people, one, dictate your whole reputation, and two, you need to address stuff like that, because listen, like Black history is always like discredited and it's always told from the wrong view. Hopefully she can use this time to really like acknowledge like her past and really work on everything. Teen pregnancy, should it be normalized? Let me tell y'all right now. No, teen pregnancy should not be normalized. A lot of different circumstances, you know, like some are at will and some aren't. You shouldn't. Me personally, I would not want to be a teen parent, only because I really want to live my life. I really want to travel. I really want to meet new people. And when you bring a human being that is yours into the equation, it makes it hard to live your life and make sure that your life is set. Teen pregnancy has definitely like been normalized ever since like teen moms, and the class of 2038, honey, is looking full. Like having a child is no joke. You're still young regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like even though back then it was different, because I would see people in like the 50s and 60s, like their mortality rate was definitely lower than it was right now. So of course people were pushing to have children at those big rates and everything, and marriages were definitely a big thing. But you should honestly just wait to have a child. You should wait for anything, and whether you're bringing something into the world, because you definitely want to make sure that you're set. And if you are, you want to make sure that you have the right maturity to handle it correctly. I applaud you. Like teen mothers, teen parents in general are very strong. Like they're one of the strongest people on this earth, because they're really doing a lot what other people can't do. And me personally, I could never be a parent right now, because I just don't have the knowledge, I don't have the resources, I don't have the funds to really take care of my child. And plus, like, I want to live my life and want to make sure that my life is set before I bring something else into this world. You feel me? Period. Teen pregnancy should not be normalized. It's way too normalized right now. Was 6ix9ine justified in his response? Now, y'all know that 6ix9ine ratted because when you're in a gang, you're supposed to be loyal. He was saying how like his people weren't loyal to him, like they disrespected him. They had sex with his baby mother and everything. I get that. Like when you join a gang like that, you're not just putting your life in the line, you're putting the life of the people around you, people who care about you on. Like I definitely feel sorry that like she got in the turmoil of that because it really had nothing to do with her. It's like you kind of signed up for this life. Like I know you didn't sign up. At the same time, it's like you got to protect them as well too. Like you can't just put a hit out on Chief Keef and not expect like some repercussions. I really don't feel like his reason was justified. I feel bad, but
it is what it is. It is what it is.
This should not be unpopular because it's definitely popular. We have an issue where these white folk on TikTok keep making fun of people of color on their videos. Listen, TikTok needs to start censoring bull like that because that's not cool. Y'all should not be trying to make a quick buck out of a laugh just because you think it's funny to use somebody, a person of color, as part of your little thing. Like that's ugly, that's not cute. TikTok should definitely like start censoring stuff like that because time and time again, people of color, especially Black people, especially African Americans, are always the center of a joke. It'd be the same people, like, you know what culture vultures are, so it's like it'd be people like that. Like it's like everybody wants to be Black until it's time to be Black.
It's above me now.
Let's keep it real. Let's not cap here. Software engineers really need to work on censoring stuff like that because it's like if stuff could be censored on YouTube and Google and all that, it still could be censored on freaking Instagram when you post like some animal dying and it's like, oh, do you want to view this? This is very sensitive information, sensitive content. So it's like stuff like that can be censored. It needs to be censored on TikTok because I'm getting tired of Black people being the center of every joke. Whether it's used directly or indirectly, it's still a joke and it's still distasteful as hell. Like apps and stuff like they need to recognize should not be normalized. It needs to be taken down because let a Black person do the same thing. Be like, oh, you're doing all this, you're doing all that. Like America itself still is not fair to this day. It still hasn't been fair for Black people. So it's like y'all should take some steps to try to minimize the bull that happens in this country, especially on social media, because social media is just going to get bigger. Social media has definitely taken the role by storm and a lot of people use it. So it's like you need to definitely start censoring content on that platform because it's just going to get out of hand. Like people be knowing what they be doing. And if you leave people unchecked, they will continue to do it because why? They didn't see that you were bothered, but you need to let people know that they're wrong. They're going to be ignorant whether they choose to believe you or not, but people need to know when they're wrong, okay? Never silence yourself just because you feel like somebody won't believe you. Stuff happens when you speak out. If people need to feel uncomfortable, let it be. Let it be. People need to feel uncomfortable. People need to know when they're in the wrong. Because listen, when they're not put in the wrong, they will continue to do the wrong things. Should you believe zodiac signs? To be honest, no. Like some of the stuff that they do say is really true, but like people really take that to like the extremists and they be like, oh, I can't marry you because our signs aren't compatible, da-da-da. I'm like, you cannot live your life like that, bro. Like that. So for some people to literally, bro, that looks terrible. It's alright though. But for some people to literally like be like, oh, we can't be friends because our signs don't match. And I don't want to be annoyed. I'm like, bruh, please let me know what you're talking about because I don't know what you're talking about. It's just too much. Like it's like how some people say like you should never want to know like where you'll be in 5 years. You should never want to look into the future because you don't want to spoil it for yourself, and sometimes some of the stuff don't even be correct. So be smart. Like be smart. Don't try to like live your life around that because like you will mess yourself up in the long run. Like at the end of the day, like it's still your life. You're gonna do what you want regardless. Because why? You're your own person, okay? You need to basically learn how to like be your own person. Ooh, that's cute. I like that. It's going to be seriously hard for you to live your life. You don't know how to be your own person when you grow up. Promise you that. I hate when my eyebrows go like this. Like, they be like, that's so funny. Y'all know Bad Baby, right? The girl who like Catch You Outside girl, Danielle Bregoli. Bruh. She got implants at the age of like underage. She's underage. I'm like, I didn't know you could do that. But it's like, I don't think that minors should be getting any plastic surgery. Because, you know, like Malu said on her live that she was gonna do that. I'm like, first of all, they're both pretty people. They're both crazy and they both been through a lot. But it's like, y'all should not be trying to change y'all bodies right now, because y'all haven't even left y'all teen years life yet. And your body changes a lot. Like I'm about to leave my teen years in a few months, and my body has changed a lot. Granted, we have different genes, we're completely two different races, but it's like your body's gonna change regardless. And if you try to do all that while you're young, your body's not gonna react to that. Like, I don't feel like minors should be able to get plastic surgery. Like, no, like that shouldn't be a thing. Like, I know she's gonna do what she wants regardless, because hey, the girl is rich and she's her own person. She's gonna do what she wants regardless. I'm all for it, you know, like if you got money, then by any means do what you want. But changing your body at such a young age, I'm not a fan, because like you're not giving your body time to really change to itself. So yeah, no. Girls these days just they want to look grown. I'm like, bro, just please enjoy your teen years. Because it's like a lot of times, like, you probably won't even have that body naturally for the rest of your life. So just enjoy it, bro. It's like an old head. I'm really not even that old, to be honest. But like, bruh. But just like try to appreciate yourself. Like, that's number one thing. Like, you can do anything you want. You can be whatever you want. You can act however you want. But just make sure it's yourself. Because that's number one thing that a lot of people struggle with. Like, inner peace comes when you learn how to be yourself. Like, you can do whatever you want. You can wear however makeup you want. You can wear the longest wig. You can wear the tightest clothes, whatever. You can even hang with the baddest people in the world. But if you right there watching this is not comfortable with yourself, you're gonna have a hard time living life. I'm telling you right now. Thank you so much for watching. You have reached the end of this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Whatever y'all are doing, I want to know what y'all are doing. So comment below what y'all want to see, how y'all felt about this video. Share with your friends, share with others. Do whatever you gotta do. But please don't just do nothing. All right? Talk to y'all later. Bye.